This is the 1 year special.
Wow. I didn't know if we would make it here, quite honestly.
What are we going to do? But we'll tell you what's definitely going on. Dan McCoy from the first episode is back in studio. Woo!
Let's go.
Welcome to the 1 year special.
Wow.
Thank you for having me.
Maybe or maybe we don't finally have a tinfoil hat for somebody to wear today.
Wow.
Who knows? Who knows?
It'll be definitely you.
But so this Stanley Cup final has gone. Connor McDavid has taken this series over, and we thought they were dead in the water. We last recorded it was 3-0.
Yeah.
Florida, and now it is 3-2. Our gold medalist in the building. What is it gonna take for McDavid to come back and win that cup?
I mean, he has an entire team behind him, right? So everyone's got to buy into what they're trying to do, right? And I think the first few games, they didn't have much buy-in. They might have been relying on him a little too much at times. And, you know, he's like crazy fast, like flashy player. But I think it's been a big battle of like the goalies too. I remember watching, I think it was the first or second game, the first shift. Florida's, I'm terrible with names. Florida's goalie.
Bubtitsky.
Sergei Bobrovsky.
Yeah, Bobrovsky. There you go.
You had no idea who Bubtitsky was.
But that,
It came up on the Penguins broadcast
Oh,
time
okay.
when he was in Columbus.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bobrovsky had a really shaky start in one of the games, and I think it was the first game, or maybe second.
He had a 98% save percentage through the first 3 games,
Yeah.
and then he's just fallen apart in
Exactly.
this back end of everything. And I cannot wait to just see how this ends. Like I thought, I was just like, please let it be over. But now it's kind of shifted back into like, okay, like I kind of want to watch again, but it's so spaced out
Yeah,
and far apart.
I want Florida to win so bad.
Yeah, see, like that's kind of what I've been saying is like I love seeing teams win a cup for the first time.
Yeah.
Like it's just so much fun. Like at that point, count me in. I'll watch the whole parade. I'll watch everything
sure, yeah.
from there on. Like it's so cool to me.
Yeah.
The Florida team would be nice to see win, especially considering the Boston Celtics did win their title.
I did hear
and
that,
then
yes.
they came back down to they went to Florida to go party.
Oh, wow.
Like
Okay.
within 24 hours, they were
Wow.
down in Miami partying instead.
Yeah, I can't blame them there.
Greatest city to win a championship in.
I have heard. Yeah.
Not the greatest to celebrate one in, apparently.
Or live. I don't know. Just seems very hot.
And expensive.
I'm just
expensive
excited.
now.
I can't wait to go down there though.
Oh, it's gonna. Yeah. No, it'll be. It's sick to visit, but the heat and everything. I don't know, man. Well, Miami Heat, but
Wow, I didn't know that you had that in you.
I used to watch basketball in the early 2000s when Tim Duncan was around, and that was about it.
Big fundamental.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to watch the new, the new and improved Tim Duncan, Victor Wembanyama.
Oh.
He's like 7'3"
I have
or something.
Yeah, I've heard the name and I've seen him. He's
Big,
a very
long-
large man. Yeah, but
Long-limbed alien.
yes,
But yeah,
I don't know. I don't think this will come to as any surprise to you guys. I want to see Florida win because, like you were saying, just to see another team win who's never won before, but also because it's not a Canadian team.
it would be funny to keep that going.
I want to keep that going so bad.
Can't let
for
them
obvious reasons.
Can't let them have their moment.
No, not at all.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
Canada and ours anyways. They just had their moment. They can't win a cup. We can't have that happen.
However, what would be the most heartbreaking thing for them to actually get some hope and some momentum built
Oh,
up
yeah.
and make it look
I
like they
can't
actually
wait.
have a shot and then lose at home?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be the
I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted where I want Florida to win.
Yes, exactly. Will see. Not even that. I just want the series to go 7 and Florida win.
Yeah.
Like even if it was in Edmonton, I get it. It's going to be in Florida. But if it was in Edmonton,
Yeah.
I'd still want to see it go 7 at this point, just to watch Edmonton be like, holy shit. Game 7,
Yeah.
we're going to get the cup in Game 7 and break Canada's 31-year drought, or whatever
like
it is.
that,
Yeah. And then Florida just come out in Game 7 and
Yeah.
do what they did. What was that? Game 3 or Game 4 rather? Obviously, it was 3-0, 8-1 for Edmonton.
Yeah.
Imagine that happens in Game 7. Oh, you thought Vancouver burnt down the city. Imagine Edmonton.
Yeah.
It's a much smaller city too.
Well, and I don't want to call it now because I'm not that kind of person, but I could see the fact that it's Edmonton, and you got McDavid on Edmonton. If they win, there's going to be like, oh, he's the next Gretzky for Edmonton or something.
He is kind of, with his playoff point totals, he needs, in that conversation.
He needs 5
literally.
more points to tie Gretzky's all-time playoff
To
points.
me, no one's ever going to touch Gretzky. Maybe points-wise, they might. But impact on the game, I don't know.
He didn't win after Edmonton, though.
Right.
I know. But I don't know. Just not a big fan of Canada right now.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
for
Like we
obvious
just
We're
said.
more Mario Lemieux guys anyway, let's be real.
That too. But Canada had their moment. Aaron won gold. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, oh, absolutely,
But,
yeah. For sure.
As a whole.
I've just had too
fucking
many
Canada.
I've just had too many bad experiences in Canada and with Canadians.
Right.
I just like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're both there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting both, or getting your head drilled into the boards with two fists.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sled hockey world championship is enough glory. We can't let them have the Stanley Cup.
That's
too.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yep,
exactly.
exactly, yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah, fuck them.
I'm a little, what's it called? Not vindictive. Well, a little bit vindictive. But
in this realm, yes.
I guess petty. But like, I just don't want a Canadian team to win.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The rivalry burns within you.
It does still to this day.
Yeah, like we were texting
10 years later.
Yeah, when Canada did beat the U.S. in the sled world championships, like I said, we're in this group chat, and I was like, cool. I'm happy for Aaron.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm very pissed that Canada won.
Yeah. I think it's good for the sport in a way.
Oh, absolutely. Well, just even like the semifinal games, man.
Yeah.
Those games were unreal.
Yeah. I mean, I think it'd be cooler, like, obviously, other than Canada winning over the U.S. It's good for the sport, but I think it'd be even better at some point. Hopefully in the future, this points to other countries coming up.
But
And,
that
getting
Czechia
into
game
that.
against us, man. I mean,
Yeah.
Declan literally saved that game.
Well,
I mean, yes, but also,
that.
but like empty net. Andy made a stop on the goal line.
Yeah.
Come on, and then he goes down and does what he does
yep.
every time.
Every time.
I can't wait, but I'm also scared to play against that this upcoming season.
I don't mean to
Burst my
downplay
bubble.
your success or burst your bubble.
Yeah, well, I figured.
When you get on the ice, though, it's like he's gonna.
Oh,
it's gonna
okay.
be like.
Well, I
it's
thought
gonna be
you were
like
gonna
you're not
burst-
even there to him.
I thought you were about to burst my bubble in a completely different way.
No.
So I'm cool with what you just said.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, don't like expect to go there and like learn everything and like take it all in for sure and do the best you can and skate as hard as you can. But at some point, it's just.
Oh yeah,
He is who he is.
I even hit that point with NEP. It was like
Right.
I'm hyped to play, but it's gonna hit a certain point where it's just like, okay, well,
Yeah.
and it's only gonna get worse against him.
Exactly.
Him,
Yeah.
Malik.
Well, and the craziest thing is like he has such a strong stride. It doesn't look like he's putting much effort into it though.
Right.
It's crazy. It's insane.
Dude, I talk about it on here all the time, but when we were in Florida and we were watching them play, I can't remember who they were playing, but he had a fadeaway shot.
Of course he did.
He literally was skating backwards and went back bar.
Jeez.
I was just
Oh my gosh.
I've never seen that in sled hockey.
I've tried that before in practices, just messing around.
Right.
And I end up either missing the net, whiffing on the puck, or just like launching it 10 feet over.
Well, I mean, that last option is your shot 90% of the time.
Yeah, buddy. Why do you think I shoot from the red line a lot of times?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Give it more
you're
time to
very
get.
good there. Yeah. Yeah. Somehow you hit like 90% of those shots.
My dad is, since I was a kid, my dad has harped on me that like
The
you're-
long shot.
Yeah, you're like one of the only players on the team that can hit that kind of shot. So let's work on that, and especially being on defense now.
Yeah, right.
That's one of the things that I try to focus. But I always try to tell him, and I'm sure you're similar. When you focus on trying to hit that, is when you don't hit it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You
Whenever I
only
just,
hit
like,
it when you're not trying.
like I try to throw it like 9 times out of 10 when we're out, or whenever, at least like I'm out there, if you're a forward too, we're
Yeah.
out there together and we have Zach. I'm just throwing it towards the net to try to
Absolutely,
get it
yeah.
to him.
Yeah.
And that's whenever it goes in.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I just pick it up off the wall. I'm like, okay, Zach's somewhere over there, la la da, and then
Exactly.
it just like rifles in. I'm like,
Okay.
okay, yeah, like, but thank you, Zach.
I
'cause-
joke around with Zach all the time, and I'm like, you hear me all the time joking
yeah.
around with him. Like, I'm just trying to rip it off his dome.
literally too. Like, and there's times where you have,
Yeah.
but he's like, he loves it.
Yeah, and like, and for as we're all getting older and like getting into like a bunch of brutes, like the way the sport has changed now, like it's so much more hitting. And like I remember you guys when we were growing up, you especially, you were trying to light people up like in the early days
because you couldn't stop. That was his way of stopping.
But now like every team is doing that, sometimes more so than actually playing the game. So I ask Zach after every shift, I'm like, so how you doing in front of the net there? He's like, it hurts.
Literally getting annihilated.
Yeah, he just getting messed up.
Yeah.
And then there's certain games where like they just don't really pay attention to him, and that's when he, gets his points and everything.
Or attempts.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen somebody get robbed so many times.
Right.
On like clear, like, okay, he's gonna tip this in.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And or some just along those lines, and it's like goalie just lays back and on the goal line.
Yeah.
I heard rumors that Zach Harding actually was the one who inspired Zach Hyman to become as gritty of a.
Yeah, it wasn't Shaq. It was
not
Zach Harding.
No, that's real.
He saw him playing some sled
fact.
hockey.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely.
Early 2000s, Zach. Yeah, that Hyman was watching those videos.
Yeah, that's how you get open.
Exactly.
Sneak in right behind the net and tap him in. Do you see like how all of his goals have been scored though? It's like all been like right there. Like
It's insane.
but literally just like Zach Harding's
And
career
like, he had,
too.
what, 51, 52 goals this season, Hyman?
Yeah, and 15 in this playoffs.
And like you said, I think it was like 70-something%, if not more, were like from the low slot in.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's insane.
I don't even bother when I'm that low.
Right, yeah, because we're just going to shoot it over the net.
I have no finesse whatsoever.
Yeah, and
So I'm just like, I don't know.
Well, I used to kind of be able to hit those shots, and now that I'm defenseman,
Yeah,
I stopped
you just
working
get out
on
of
those shots.
the practice of it.
And yeah.
That's why we have Zach, Kelsey, Eric, Darian, all of them, right?
Yeah, and Phoenix too.
And Phoenix, yeah.
Well, I hope he's not listening to this because his head's going to not be able to fit into the locker room next time he walks in, if that's true.
I mean, he is. He and Eric are the top hitters on the team. Like,
well,
hardest hitters.
Grind.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
What? They're the most physical.
Well, because they're on offense.
That's what I mean.
Because
Yeah,
they get to forecheck.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Let's chill on the hardest hitters, all right?
They put the most effort into it.
Okay, that yes.
Nevin playing the middle ground once again.
Well,
not proclaiming anybody to be hardest hitter.
I'm saying there's somebody else that might hit harder, but they do put a lot of effort into it. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So
I'm just saying.
hardest workers on the ice, I would say.
Yeah. Well, I would put Zach up there.
Well, yeah.
But yes.
Good scouting
Different.
analysis if we get the other teams to listen to this.
They'll pick it.
Everybody watches.
They'll pick up on it eventually. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, in 80%. I don't know why I'm throwing percentages out today.
Oh.
This is not very like
numbers.
me, but like, I'm a numbers guy today. But like a vast majority of the sled community, we all know each other.
Yeah,
like everybody
absolutely.
knows how each other plays.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
And everyone knows, like, Phoenix is, I think, developing a name for himself. Everyone knows Zach sits in front of the net.
Exactly. Yeah.
Everyone since the early 2000s has known Eric just
You're right.
wrecks people, right? So
It's so
like-
fun to watch him.
that's not, we're not really hiding anything or divulging anything by saying
Yeah. I mean,
Everyone kind of already knows that's exactly how.
I was
Exactly.
gonna say, I think for the most part, the nucleus of our team has played for 10 years.
Yeah.
So, if not longer. So, I mean,
I would say at least 10.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, we've been around. I mean, everybody, like I said, it's known how our team plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think some people got some big questions about, something about your future here, Nev. And I know you're pushing for the Olympic team.
Yeah.
Dan, do you think Nevin should do something wild with his mustache
Yes.
Do you think that would help his chances?
I'm kind of.
It's really
I would-
long, and I can't help but to keep looking over at you and
You know what'd be
noticing
cool?
like how it's like
I'm
coming
kind
over
of.
your
So
lips.
I've been thinking lately.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. It is getting to a point now. I can't do the Fu Manchu for sure.
I've been trying to get Darian to grow Fu Manchu for years.
Listen, if that kid grows a Fu Manchu, my life would be complete.
If I could grow any sort of like facial hair that didn't just grow long and not like fill in, Like,
Well, I'm finally,
Then I-
after 13 years or whatever, or actually probably like 15 years of having facial hair.
yeah.
It's finally starting to actually look decent.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm thinking maybe going like maybe doing my own version of my grandfather's mustache.
I was about to say, like,
Yeah.
an homage to Harley.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like, I just it's getting to a point now where I can do it.
Yeah.
But
Now, do you have to wait till it gets to a certain length before you get it up there, or can you like
well, so
put it?
I think I mean if I had wax, I think I could get at least a little bit.
Okay.
And then get it to hold there. But it wouldn't look like his for quite a
Yeah,
while,
for sure.
obviously. I mean, he's been growing. Well, I shouldn't say he's been growing his for a lot of years because he did shave it.
But then it came right back.
I was so upset.
Yeah, I
I
made
was so
him.
mad.
Like I literally was like, you are taking me to practice because everybody needs to see you without a
I
mustache.
was so heartbroken.
Because I think it was this is 25, so I think it was like 20, right around 20ish years or so.
Yeah.
Everybody had known him, and he just showed up without it. It was like unannounced. Like, and
Yeah.
at that point, he didn't really come to practice as he hardly comes now. But
Yeah.
I mean, he just showed up, and it was holy shit.
Yep.
He did that to me, and I was like, all right, we're doing this to everybody on the team because I had that shock value. I need to see everybody else's.
Yep. I didn't like it.
It was like the time when were you? Maybe you weren't there, but I remember at a Spina Bifida Christmas party one time. He has dentures and he popped them out in front of Zach, like a young Zach, and I kind of think he cried,
Oh no.
but I was also very young,
Yeah.
so I don't remember. But I do remember him popping out the teeth, and I was like, wow.
R.I.P. to that place.
It was in Monroeville.
Oh, that one
yeah.
was. Okay, I was gonna say I think
It,
the
so it
Harmer
might not
House.
have been. Actually, I think it was.
I think it did
was,
shut down.
Yeah, the Harmer House
Harmer House
burned down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last summer, 2
Yeah.
summers ago, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Was that on purpose? Or
I think there
Oh,
was.
here we go.
or did they do it for the insurance money?
In today's day and age, I'm sure that was in the back of their mind there.
I feel like I did read on there. I mean,
You
it
actually
was.
did?
No.
Oh.
But I mean, I thought I read somewhere
In your
a little
extensive
bit
hours of
after.
research.
Well, no, but like
Hey,
I
someone's got to.
whenever I read it, I was like, oh shit, and then because that place has sentimental value to us. We spent a lot of Christmas
I
parties.
remember
and
the
stuff there.
inside. I didn't remember that's the building. I remember what the inside looked like.
Oh,
but
yeah, no,
I didn't
I remember the whole
remember.
thing.
I didn't remember that's what the building.
Yeah,
was.
no,
I thought it was again. Like I thought it was in Monroeville or
Oh, okay.
Irwin
yeah.
or whatever.
I knew there was a couple of different places we had gone, but
Yep. Anyway.
There's been some rumors floating around recently because it's Steelers off season and people are bored that they're trying to acquire a wide receiver from the 49ers. And I just want to say, I think if they're floating those rumors out there, they're crazy. The last thing they need is another receiver
well, so
to spend all this draft capital on and
I don't know.
acquire. I know, but it's just I want to put it out there.
So that's outside my pay grade
It's
to
within.
know about.
It's going on now. There's
Okay.
news about it, and
Is Tom
even though you guys, I know, are both football useless, but
exactly?
literally.
I just want to make that proclamation that if you do think Brandon Aiyuk is coming to the Steelers,
Now, what do we
you're
think?
crazy.
What do we think of Tomlin so far? Still, I guess.
Well, they extended him,
Okay.
but I think I'm kind of over the winning season thing. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't going in and getting your ass kicked in the first round of the playoffs is,
It's never a good feeling. It's never a good thing. Yeah.
especially when that's the cap of the team.
Yeah.
And the
Now, have we heard anything about Sullivan?
I think Kyle Dubas came out and said he's sticking with them.
Okay.
Right?
I think
But
they're going to
at the end of the season, at the end of our season.
I just don't have any time to like.
I think
look into this stuff.
if it looks bad
Yeah.
going like if it looks exactly the same through the first like 16 20 games, I
Okay.
think they might
It could be
bite the
it's
bullet.
a very hot seat
Okay.
at that point.
Yeah.
Coming into the season, there's
You think
a little
off
bit
season he's staying?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like I said, I'm pretty sure they kind of came out and
Okay.
already said that he is because they fired Todd Reardon.
Yeah, they already
I didn't hear
fired
about that.
assistant,
Yeah.
and they did bring in they
David
brought in
Quinn.
David Quinn and his
talked
assistant,
about
and then-
last week.
Yeah, well then they hired their Wilkes-Barre, I think, head coach finally. I can't remember his name, but
Either way.
yeah.
Yeah,
I love
there's
how we
been,
went from facial hair conversation to football to hockey, like real quick.
that's the power of Yin Center, baby.
Love it.
We do.
That's the power of Yin Center. So there's already been some trades going down in the NHL, as a matter of fact. The Washington Capitals did acquire Pierre-Luc Dubois yesterday for Darcy Kemper. And
Yeah,
gross.
that was kind of
gross. That's
when I
just a
saw that
gross
it was-
trade.
When I saw that it was Kemper, I was kind of baffled because who was their number 2 that they felt comfortable enough to get rid of Darcy Kemper?
Probably going to make a run at like Alex Nedeljkovic.
Probably. But do we try and keep him? I mean, but we talk about this quite often. Yoel Blomqvist is sitting down there, I think, ready to come up and take over at, 2021? At least as a backup.
See.
So.
Well, we'll see on that. But I did like how Jacob Markstrom was traded for a first-round pick
yes.
within the last couple of days. You got to like how the NHL trades have already started before the Cup is ended because it's June 20th.
Yeah.
And the Stanley Cup Finals still going on.
Now,
It's
has that-
nonsensical.
Has that been like a historical thing that's happened? I feel like they wait till the summer usually, like until everything's over. They
I'm
wait
pretty, like,
Yeah.
to trade.
This is definitely. I mean, it's been 2 trades that I've at least this week.
Well-
There's been a few other ones, but
All the shuffling of players begins in 11 days.
Oh, okay.
free agency.
Gotcha.
So, and this series could still go through 2 more games. At least 1 more. Could go another 1 too.
Yep.
And they have them spaced out like 3 days apart, like on each one. It's nonsensical.
Yeah, because they're well.
But Jacob Markstrom was acquired for a non-top 10 protected pick.
Wow.
And his stats were worse than Tristan Jarry's if you look at the full season. So is a trade that we think might be a bad trade for us to make, or a stupid trade to acquire, might be something more on the table. Maybe we throw something out there. Speaking of dumb rumors, we can get started before the draft and trade deadline. How about Brady Tkachuck to the Penguins?
Oh,
Ooh.
where'd that come from?
I made it up right
Is it
now.
just him?
Whoa.
I made it up right now.
That'd be wild.
Yeah.
That'd be
For
crazy.
Riley Smith.
Yeah, Riley
Crazy.
Smith and Ryan Graves. And
There you go.
a top 10 protected pick next year.
I feel like.
And they
I
can get
feel like
Tristan
Kyle
Jarry
Dubas can do
too.
it.
And then I guess we'll get like Jacob Chikrin as well.
I don't know why, but I still have a. So
There you go. There's your trade.
All of our bad players for all of your good players.
We did it last year. We joked about
Yeah,
acquiring
right,
Eric
I know.
Carlson,
Yeah,
and then we
it
did.
happened.
And then it
But we-
happened.
I'll be honest. To me, he's been kind of let down.
I agree.
At first, it was
So the assistant coach
helpful,
that we
but-
hired was his head coach in San Jose whenever he put up 100
Okay.
points or whatever.
Okay.
And I think that I think they hired him like to run the defense.
Gotcha.
So
He's like a younger version of Letang.
I think they're the same age.
The same
maybe
age?
a couple
Okay.
years younger, but
Okay.
relatively same age. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure
I think
Ottawa.
maybe like you and me apart.
a less hurt Letang.
I'm sure Ottawa would love
More
to take
often.
another gamble
Yeah.
on a Pittsburgh goalie.
There you
Just
go.
like they did
Yeah,
a
right.
few years ago with
Yeah.
Matt Murray.
Murray,
Not
yeah.
what could go wrong for them in that situation.
Did he?
Yeah.
Didn't he just get traded to Utah or something like that?
I'm pretty sure he's been like bought out and
Yeah, I
he's
can't
been
remember.
he's
I thought
been
I saw his
sent to
name
the
come up
shadow
somewhere.
realm at this point. I
still
honestly
hurt.
don't know what he's up to.
Yeah, he's going through a lot.
What a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the cup years.
Yeah.
He's like cups, but
He lost his mom or dad.
Dad,
Or something?
yeah.
He lost his dad, and then he had
And-
cancer or something.
I don't know if he had cancer.
I think his dad died of cancer.
Okay.
And then he.
Speaking
went
of going
like-
through it, that's
really.
insane that he's like able to still be in the NHL and like I don't know.
do all that.
If that were to happen to me, I'd be out. I'd be
Yeah.
like, okay, no.
You think there's any shot we start seeing like actual internet rumors floating around Brady Tkachuck to the Penguins after I just thrown that out in the air?
I mean, there's always a chance.
That would be really funny to me.
There's always a chance, and I'm going to be on the lookout now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
We're gonna get it actually going. It's gonna start here.
You did mention, Nevin, what was it, last year, I think, that you've had some people coming up to you and during tournaments and asking, like, so you were like explaining who you are, how long you've been playing, and you mentioned that
Shifting back into sled.
you and your brother had a podcast.
Oh yeah, there was a When we were at the NHL Classic.
Yeah.
There were some people talking.
So that'd be crazy if they were listening.
That would be, there's no way
No.
that you're like,
But I could see that as an avenue for, like, Tkachuk.
hey,
I think we have. I mean, if Erik Karlsson was a ridiculous thing that kind of came to fruition, and we talked about it for at least 2 episodes in the last summer,
but
but
we
we had
weren't-
nothing to talk about.
we didn't come up with it.
No.
That had already been out there.
Yeah, that was already out there. What are the odds that, I guess, how often has it happened in the past where, like, a big name player like that on a cup-winning team gets traded? How often does that happen?
I mean,
Probably not very, unless it's.
I can't remember. I don't remember. But
Is there somebody you want from either of those 2 teams?
No, I'm just saying, like, Tkachuk. If, like, say Florida does win.
Oh no,
that's
the Brady. Yeah, there's
Brady's in Ottawa.
Yeah, Brady's in
Okay, I thought you
Ottawa.
were talking about
There's
Matthew.
2.
Yeah, I thought we were still talking about Florida and those guys.
No. I'm just making up.
Just random Tkachucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
no, there is 2 Tkachucks. They're not random.
And he did name both of them correctly.
And believe it or not, there's a
I didn't
dad,
realize there was
too.
one on Ottawa.
Yes,
That played in the
Keith
NHL.
Tkachuk also played
Yeah.
in the NHL. Yes,
Yes.
and that's their father.
Yes,
So,
I knew that one. Yeah,
just
that's why when the Tkachucks like came into the league or they were starting to be talked about, I was like, their dad's back playing. Like what? Like what? Why is he here again?
bringing him back out of retirement.
Yeah, it's like a 60-year-old or whatever it is.
Yeah, they're just actually better versions of him.
Really? I've never seen him play, but
I mean, he didn't train like they did. I'll
That's
put it
true.
that way.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And if you look at him now, he's just like a dad. He kind of looks like Spudsy's dad, actually.
oh man, okay.
A little bit, yeah.
Interesting.
So, I think that.
He does have quite a round head at this point of his life.
And then a beer belly, quite the beer belly.
Nice.
Yeah. So, do you want to get into some Bucko talk? I will say, Paul Skenes, Dan. I doubt you watch baseball.
I've
but
seen
if
you guys
haven't-
mention him.
If you
in the
haven't
thing.
watched this kid, he is actually like worth the while to watch.
He's
Now,
pitching Saturday.
So he's a pitcher.
Yeah, he just
What do we think of?
just made his debut this year, and he's already just like
Really?
throwing 100 miles an hour. Like he might be
Oh.
the best pitcher in the league. Like throwing
about-
100 miles an hour consistently, and
I heard about Otani, or what was it? What was that guy's name?
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, Shohei Ohtani. Like, what's his deal? Is he still? I heard he was like the biggest name for a while.
He was. Oh, so you didn't hear? He was involved in a
I didn't hear anything.
betting.
Oh yeah,
gambling.
there's a gambling incident.
Whoops.
Yeah, no, that's great because you know what? He blamed it all on his translator allegedly.
Okay.
And then he gets to play in the MLB still, and like nothing
so
happened.
he said his
Of course.
translator stole. I can't remember how like $19 million or something like that.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And he just like didn't notice that. Yeah, but he was
Okay.
like taking money and betting, like betting on baseball and stuff.
He was, or his translator was.
Well,
He's saying.
he's
his
saying
translator.
it was his translator.
Allegedly
yeah.
the translator, but I don't know.
There it is.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that dude, he absolutely took that money and
I mean,
did
there
some
was-
crazy
for sure.
stuff.
There was just a pirate that just got.
And then they took care of no name Mark Tucapita Marcapano, whatever his name is.
He didn't. He spent like last year or whatever on the Pirates, and he was hurt, and he was betting on the Pirates.
Oh, okay.
He won like
And-
5% of his bets.
Like not even
Jeez.
5%
Oh,
of his
no.
bets, and he bet like. I can't
So they
remember. It
banned
was a
they
significant
banned
amount
him
of
for
money.
life. They take care of him, but Shohei Ohtani could go ahead and keep playing because he's the biggest name in baseball.
Yeah.
And his translator did it.
Yeah, his translator's the
okay.
one that did
Yeah.
it. Yeah, so
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a good time to break that out for sure.
Agreed. What other-
allegedly,
what other-
allegedly, that's
What other tinfoil hat
What's McCutcheon up to?
ideas do you have? He's still playing for the
McCutcheon
Pirates.
is leading the team in home runs.
Okay. He was gone for a while, and now he's back to the Pirates. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
he was in Philly.
and now he's leading the team in home runs.
Okay. There you go. Okay.
Or maybe Brian Reynolds might have taken him over, but yeah, every 5 nights though. Like I mean, I don't care like to watch baseball too much either. I mean, I like to throw them on and like do other stuff.
I just hear the highlights. That's about it.
Yeah, but like Skenes has just stepped in and he's already mowing down like
Okay.
10 guys
Nice.
a night,
There you go.
strikeouts. Like it's
Kutch does lead the team in home runs with 10.
yeah. So
Sick.
yeah, just
Wow.
Brian Reynolds also has 10 though.
maybe accidentally this team steps into a World Series after all.
Well, let's not get very ahead of ourselves. Where actually?
Yeah.
Let's see. Where
I feel
are
like
they?
every year
in
the Pirates start off pretty hot. The whole city's like, They're gonna do it.
Well, now they're mediocre.
That's how we
but,
started too. It was like
the
they started
pitching
off
nucleus is here because
Okay.
you have Skenes, Keller, and this Jones kid who's looking pretty good.
Okay.
And actually, pretty much all these starting pitchers that they keep throwing in there, like, maybe not like they're not terrible, but like they're throwing solid games.
So the Pirates are in third place currently, a game and a half back of St. Louis, who's in second in 8 games. I'm sorry, a half a game
And
behind.
people were ripping on Rowdy Tellez, including us earlier in the year. He was doing
You.
pretty bad, but he's been starting to step things up lately. I will say that. So.
I just like his name.
There you
Rowdy
go, Rowdy.
Tellez. His name is literally Rowdy.
His parents were like, Rowdy. Right there.
But
It's funny. He
Straight
looks
out the womb, he's like, yep, that's a Rowdy.
You are a rowdy son of a bitch. But yeah, so they are a half game back of the Cardinals and
Okay.
8 games back of Milwaukee for first place.
Huh.
So I mean,
that's fun.
they're in that mix, and the wild card is they expanded the MLB playoffs.
Okay.
So like they theoretically are like right in the mix of that still by just
Gotcha.
being at 500 because the rest of the National League is that bad.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so maybe you accidentally figure out a way.
We'll see.
I doubt it.
I don't expect them to do the right things at all, but
Still-
they could
Still
Still
accidentally.
the same ownership?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, so there's that.
They could major
Exactly.
league their way there.
Yeah.
Money ball.
Yeah. Not that we have to get into it, but that's kind of
Except Moneyball, they didn't win a World Series.
You and me share the same opinion on that. Until the ownership changes, if that ever happens, which I don't think it will. The Pirates are just going to be what they've always been.
Skenes is worth the price of admission.
Okay.
I will say.
There you go.
Like that's
Okay.
I still get to go see either, but like he's already gotten my eye as like, okay, this is
But
a
if you-
attention grabber.
If you have cable, it might be worth watching. We'll be at the golf outing Saturday, so never mind.
Yeah.
Mighty Penguins golf outing Saturday.
Woo!
If you didn't sign up by this point, it's too late.
Too late. Yep. But
Look out for next year's.
yes,
Maybe we'll get the dates sooner, and I'll try.
Even
and
if you don't want
request
to
it.
play, just
donate money.
donate. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we still have a website.
Yes. It's under construction, but yes. I mean, it's always under construction. Like we're always trying to find like the the youngest players like us.
Yeah.
When we were like
Yeah.
real little.
Yeah, like
we were on the
novice
thing.
kids now. Yeah.
Yeah. So we want to get the novice and the juniors more on there.
Right. Well, yeah,
and,
that makes sense.
We're looking into some different
Promote those more.
like not platforms, but different avenues to get people on there on the
So
website.
while I have you here,
Oh dear.
what new jerseys are we getting? Are we just gonna get to like the regular black and white jerseys?
All the conversations I've heard, I'm like kind of on the out.
Oh,
I'm like in the in crowd, but like the outside of the in crowd, if that makes sense. So like I try not to.
we can talk about it afterwards. It's okay.
No, but I will say, I tried to fight for the slanted
The diagonal.
lettering, the diagonal lettering. I don't think that's happening. Yeah. I think it's just going to be the regular Penguins logo. But I did see a tournament in Canada we were at. My dad had me bring a jersey for one of our adult players, and it was a white jersey.
Okay.
So I think I don't know if we're keeping the yellow jerseys, but I know we're getting black and whites.
Personally, I think everybody should keep their yellow jersey.
Harry
Harrison would be so pissed off. If
he
we
would
got
be
rid of
heartbroken
them.
if we got rid of the yellow jerseys like permanently.
Literally every time we put them on, we go short bus
Yeah,
because we all rode the short bus.
Yeah, get some throwbacks.
exactly.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, I
maybe,
think that'd be pretty funny to have 3 jerseys, and then we just whenever we want, we're just like, yeah, I know we'll be yellow.
I hate the yellow jerseys so much.
They're so ugly, but it's.
I hate it.
Listen,
I just love yelling beep beep in the huddle. Yeah.
Yeah. He just crashes in like he used to, and he just goes beep beep.
Yep. I never rode the short bus as a kid though.
Well, some of us were in wheelchairs, so we didn't have a choice.
I couldn't walk very well.
You still walk.
Waddle.
Oh, that's very true. That is. 100%
I wouldn't call it a walk, but
Oh, believe me, I agree. You got me there. So
I know you were chomping at the bit earlier.
I'm gonna
Nev.
say yeah.
I think
what-
you.
what
I think you
tinfoil
would
hat.
have. I think
No,
you would have put
listen.
yours
I
on.
want to hear. I want to hear your tinfoil hat ideas. Actually,
What?
I kind of want to hear your any tinfoil hat
What
just
are
like
we talking about?
conspiracies like.
Oh.
just
No, I was-
completely switching gears.
I was saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, we talked about this.
no,
we
with
kind
the-
of wanted
get
it to
some
be.
Yinzer themes to it.
We kind
There
of
it
wanted
is.
it to be a tinfoil hat episode
with the
for the one
no
year.
with playoffs. I think they're trying to extend it as long as they can to get more money.
There, put it on.
Boom.
Put it on.
No, just keep it on. Put it on. Keep it on. That's fine. We both have hats on. You don't, so you get to wear it.
All right.
Yeah, no, I think they want to. I mean, I would love to see Florida win, but I think the NHL has a little more pull than people give it credit for. And there's some stuff behind the scenes. And the longer the players go, right, they get paid for each game, right?
I mean,
I don't think they actually do get paid at this point.
no,
Really?
I don't think in the playoffs they get paid.
They don't get like a bonus or
I
anything.
mean, well, yeah, but they get it. I think it's like if you win, you get.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, you get they'll get a bonus for reaching the Stanley Cup
Yeah.
Finals too.
Yeah.
But I think that's in their contract. I
Okay.
don't think it's just like everybody gets a bonus.
Oh,
for making
gotcha.
it.
Okay.
I mean, maybe,
I think for
don't know.
viewership, though, I think they want the thing to go as long as
I think
possible.
all that.
Well, their
all
owners
that
are
money goes to
their owners
viewership.
are going to be rich enough, like
Exactly, yeah.
Doug Sifu of the Panthers.
I had no idea.
He's one of the market makers of the big global markets scales.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So he's got enough money to go around because
Plenty,
it's
yeah.
he basically just calls it his money print. I'm pretty sure he calls it his money printer.
Okay.
And he can just kind of short and manipulate whatever stock he wants at any and all points
See?
in time.
There you go.
And so he
would've
can
thought?
just go ahead and I mean the Panthers players are probably being compensated very very
No, I'm not
well
just
for
saying the
this.
Panthers, but like both teams. I think.
Yeah.
Also, the NHL wants to, like I said earlier, the NHL wants to go on longer so they get more viewers and they get more money in sponsorships and stuff,
Right.
and like ads and all that. So, I don't think they're in a hurry to close it down to get a winner.
No, and Doug Sifu is definitely wanting to destroy the middle class of America,
There's that.
along with Ken
Well-
Griffin
Yeah.
and most of these politicians.
Yes, indeed. What was I gonna say? I had something else I was gonna say and I forget. But
Do we think UFOs are real?
I don't think in the way that
That's a lame one. Of course they are.
I don't think in the way that people think. I think there's life out there, but not like a humanoid life.
So aliens?
Think Venom,
I don't think I've seen Venom.
but like like the
I've seen the
symbiote.
character.
Parasites.
Yeah, like that kind of a thing. I think there's living creatures like that on different planets.
Yeah,
but
I don't think we're the only ones here. There's no way.
Why would they have not visited by now?
So
Because
I
we're
think
that screwed up.
I think they were
There's
gonna.
like-
well, I mean,
They probably
so-
don't have the technologies either, maybe. They
I've
could be
heard-
very primitive, like you said. It could be so primitive, it's just tiny little bits
That's,
of
no, yeah, that's what
organisms
I think
that
we're,
are on
we're
different.
expecting to see some like four-limbed biped come chilling down.
I think I bet you've seen some of them, and they've kept it quiet. Well-known little thing around here is that there was a UFO thing in Kecksburg
Okay.
that crashed, and government raided all this. There's a Greensburg reporter who
UFO
got
or
killed.
Roswell.
Roswell. Okay.
Yeah, just like Roswell, how an unidentified flying object crashed and was taken away by the government, was locked down. Guy tried to report on it, Greensburg man, he was killed.
Did
Interesting.
not know that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know what to
in
believe. I don't
suspicious,
know.
in suspicious fashions.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really get into any of that kind of stuff. I don't really.
I've had a lot of time
Mind
on
you.
my hands.
I just figured it's tinfoil hat. Why, you know, I think
That's as
kinda
tinfoil as you can get. I think. I think that's where it came from.
Yeah. Oh,
The
yeah.
tinfoil hat idea. That's literally aliens.
Yeah. So I mean, I
Protect
think
it.
it's kind of fitting.
Protect your heads.
Protect your heads.
Stay safe out there, kids.
Well, we need to, especially because we got shunts.
Well,
They're gonna get into our shunts.
Yeah,
And claw
here.
stuff up.
Come on,
into our
Nev.
shunts.
Get that.
No, you're
get
good.
this hat. Get this hat on.
Get into my shunt. Oh, and I mean, maybe that would protect our shunts. Maybe it'll be like
Might just help
it might
Mm-hmm.
roast
be-
it quicker, to be honest.
Tinfoil in the shunt. That
What's-
just sounds
what's-
painful.
what's oh shit, Breaking Bad or not
Oh, yeah.
Breaking Bad?
What meth?
Better Call Saul.
The space blanket.
Yes.
Oh,
Did you watch Better Call
I've never
Saul?
seen Better Call Saul.
Oh, yeah, we have a lot of Better Call Saul references on this show now because, we'd like to pretend that our favorite characters have gone to places that we know and personally love, such as
Wherever Badger's Bar is located.
Oh, there you go.
yeah. So
There it is.
we like to
Cameo
pretend that.
Cameo helps a lot with sound bites.
Thanks, Nev. Thanks. I'm sure nobody listens at this point anyway.
Yeah.
So
Well, I was more telling him. So
if you hear about this, you maybe go ahead and comment If you hear about this maybe potential fraud that Nevin's referring to, go ahead and comment in the section below.
Well,
Badger's
it's
bar.
a good thing that nobody's listening then. I didn't know it was potential fraud.
Well, you got your family at least, and some friends.
Hey, it's good. It's fine.
We have a fair amount of listeners.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Everything's fine.
Jeez.
What's up?
What, you got something more you want to say though?
I don't think I do. I don't
No.
know.
Is there something
I
else?
was gonna say, what do you? You clearly got something on the brain.
I mean, I got a lot of things protecting all of my
Spit some of them out.
thoughts.
Spit some of them out here.
JFK.
We got a couple more minutes.
Oh, that
was CIA.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was proven, right?
Yeah,
Like that came out. That was.
all the CIA, all the government agencies at this point
Yeah,
are
they
just
were
like
all
rogue,
involved pretty
Gone,
much.
Yeah.
rogue actors that are just trying to do crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And this liberal propaganda.
So I've seen people
And
talking.
why are the gay people siding with the Palestinians?
Why do you think?
So
Actually,
I don't know.
I would ask. I mean, I know why.
It sounds like
I
you need a tinfoil hat to protect
I have a
yourself
very
from
strong
that
theory
thought
of that,
process.
but I would ask Alex Brown.
Okay.
You know where I'm going with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's exactly where I'm. It goes back way further than just like the last 100 years.
Yeah.
Even the last 1,000 years, it goes way back further than that.
He's looking at us like, what the fuck are you two talking about?
What kind of info do you guys have?
You know way more than me, so go for it.
It's biblical.
Biblical that
Yep.
they like to protect gays.
Yeah, and so it goes back to Israel and Palestine have never gotten along, like since the dawn of time, right?
Yeah.
Israel was conquered at one point, and the most recent history that like people are reading about and that we've heard about like in school growing up, all that kind of thing, has said that Israel wasn't always a country. Meanwhile, Israel was a country before Palestine. So,
yeah, I mean they're very
people-
much brainwashing.
Yeah, you'll
a
see
lot
that
of
like
people.
pro-Palestinian folks are saying that Israel isn't even a real country because they don't recognize it
Right,
as
yeah.
like the original.
Neither.
It's
Yeah.
just what they were taught growing up because
Exactly, yeah.
fed. I mean, just like all these, like like how we talked about, like the World War II propaganda coming out for Germany, and
Yep.
even seeing like some of these old cartoons and seeing how like anti-German they are. Like, I kind of miss that though. Like, why not just be all out with it?
Why not just like respect the country that gives you the freedoms to do what you're doing right now? Like I never understood that.
Yeah. Tinfoil hat idea, talking about World War II.
Oh, here we go.
I personally don't think Hitler killed himself in the bunker in
You
Germany.
don't think he took cyanide?
No.
What do you think?
He went to Argentina.
I have heard that one. Yeah.
Dude, watch Hunting Hitler on
Okay.
History Channel. It's on YouTube. You can find it on YouTube.
Would he be
too.
dead by now though?
Oh yeah, he was.
But he went and banged a bunch of Palestinians.
Argentinians.
He might have.
I mean, maybe. But there's a whole like Bavarian village
Interesting. Oh yeah.
In
I did hear a ton of
Argentina.
Germans around that time.
Like
just went to
they-
Argentina. I don't
they
know
don't
why he
even
would take that.
speak.
Why would you take that long of a trip though? I never understood that.
There was he could take submarine. The show gets into it.
Okay.
So submarines, planes, and
Okay.
different. Yeah, to keep it as low profile as possible.
Well, think about all the scientists he had in Germany at that point that were like really, really good at what they did, and they were also a little bit crazy too, and
Yeah.
they could just
They're
probably.
insane.
Operation Paperclip.
But they were really into. I took a class actually. I was just farting around in college, undergrad, and I needed some credits, so I took a class on German mythology or Norse mythology.
German mythology.
So yeah, like Norse mythology, like it was said that like Hitler was really into Norse mythology, so that's where a lot of his interest in things came from.
But yeah, no, watch that, and
Yeah.
then back to another one to watch, since we're still on.
The Aryans.
No, that's not what I was gonna say.
That's something different, but I mean, similar but different.
This might as well be the same.
Yeah.
But no, watch a show. It's also you can find it on YouTube as well. It's called.
They're not
The
paying
Secrets,
us.
No, it's called The Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch.
I have heard of that. I don't want to watch that. That just seems creepy.
It's like all about like UFOs and stuff.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
I like watch it. Definitely check it out.
Jeez.
It's very good.
All right. Well, before we get accidentally shot as we leave this building today,
We're already in,
And
we
yeah,
already
we're-
disabilities, so we're
yeah.
fine. You're
I
the
just-
one.
well,
that's,
you
we're
know,
gonna have to leave the building at some point.
I don't want to end up as a quad, so
What, you don't want to sip and puff?
No,
It'll make it really hard to get up these stairs to get here.
Through a blow straw.
Hey, you gotta want it. Yeah.
Just bring a ramp with them everywhere he goes.
Bobo Ranch.
What do you think the people driving outside thought when they saw a handicapped person that was waddling carrying a handicapped person's wheelchair up steps?
That handicapped person's wheelchair, that person was crawling up the steps.
Yes.
It looks like I was probably taking the wheelchair from you, like just very slowly.
It just pushed me out, and then we're like, "Ha ha! You still can't catch me, even though I can't run."
Because I wasn't even like looking back to see if you're okay. I did the thing over my shoulder and I was just walking.
Yeah. So
Literally
literally
just,
from
like, pressing it, walking up the steps.
It's always a spectacle. So, yeah, no, you gotta get ready to get on out of here soon. So,
Cool.
we're wrapping up the show.
Yep.
1 year, we finally busted
year
out the
down.
tinfoil hat.
Yeah. Proud of you guys. This is cool.
This has been fun. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think we would make it a whole year.
The only way you don't make it a whole year or any longer is if you just stop.
Yeah, right. And
So
that's,
as long as you keep going.
we've never. I mean, I don't think we missed a week. I mean, it hasn't been consistently the same day.
We've at least produced one episode a week.
every week since
Oh,
we
there you go.
started.
Yeah.
So
So that's
a-
consistency right there.
That's a good pattern to have down, and maybe this next coming year we can actually like plan out a bit more, like our interviews and stuff,
Right.
and maybe
There you
a
go.
little bit more spots. I mean, we did the phone interviews have been fun.
Yeah.
yeah, it was cool to get to talk to Aaron. We did
Yeah, that's
Peter.
it.
We did. I think those a couple of phone interviews, but I don't remember if we did any more or not.
Most of the ones that are far away, but
Right.
yes. Yeah, the listeners all know that. So,
Ooh, I got to talk to both of you when we're done here.
all right, so that is the show, and we'll see you all probably next week again. Who knows
I'd
what
imagine.
day?
101.
We'll see.
Here we go.
Let's go, Pens.
Let's go,
Pens.
Bucks.
Let's go, Bucks.
I'll see you Saturday as well.
Ciao.
America.
Cool. Fuck yeah.